Mr. Quigley.
Gentleman is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I oppose this rule, and it concerns me that my friend, the chairman of the Rules Committee, and I believe I say this correctly, described this as part of the normal democratic process. If that's true, then sir, that's the new normal, and it's more evidence of dysfunction and the inability to govern than it is anything else. A few years ago, Fiona Hill said that polarization in this country is now a national security threat because it shows the rest of the world that we can't function, we can't govern. And no one outside this body is going to see this rule and this tactic as anything other than at least an attempt to defund the efforts to help Ukraine. And I get it. The Speaker has the sword of Damocles over his head because of a few number in the far right have disproportionate control. We're not talking about the tail wagging the dog. It's the tip of the dog's tail. And the rest of the world is watching this, understanding the underlying reasons why this so matters. That Ukraine's fight is the reason we fought the Second World War. Ukraine's fight is the reason we formed NATO. It's the reason we formed the United Nations. And that we simply can't let a sovereign democratic country get wiped off the face of the earth. And that we grew up hearing and believing never again. Yet, as I stood in Bucha in Ukraine and saw the mass grave and heard of the horrors there, it will happen on a more massive scale if we don't act. To quote FDR in his last shortest inaugural, we have learned that we cannot live alone at peace, that our own well-being is dependent on the well-being of other nations far away. He was right then, he's right now. Thank you, and I yield back.